Bike park mountain biking is, in my opinion, one of the best and most fun sports you can do. So today, I'm going to be breaking down what to expect your first time at a bike park. First things first, it does not matter at all what skillability you're currently at. The best part of the bike park is you can fast track your progression, just because how much more bike riding you're able to do in a single day. Now, when arriving at the bike park, you'll have to go and buy a lift ticket, or if you've already bought it online, you'll have to pick up the pass so that you're able to take the chairlift up. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is your bike. Most bike parks will allow you to ride with any bike, which is definitely doable. But for the best riding experience, I would definitely recommend bringing a bike with at least 150mm of front and rear travel. If your bike doesn't quite have that, most bike parks should have an option to rent a downhill bike. And especially if you're used to riding maybe a slightly older, less traveled bike, the downhill bike will feel a really nice upgrade for the day. But it is totally up to you. You can still ride your regular bike, you just might be a bit more sore at the end of the day. And if you're bringing your own bike, I would really make sure going over and checking all the components the night before, just because bike park riding can put a lot of stress on your bike just because how much more riding you're doing. So it's good to just make sure everything is working well. Now the next thing we're going to cover is the gear. A full face helmet is not mandatory but heavily recommended, as well as body armor of all sorts should be available for rent, so you can equip as much as you feel is necessary. Now we're going to go over the chairlift, the thing that makes the bike park. Some people can get quite intimidated by this, especially loading your bike into the rack. It can be a little bit intimidating, especially if there's a big line behind you. But I'm here to put your nerves at ease. Majority of bike parks are going to have a practice rack where you can practice putting your bike on and off as many times as you want until you get it down. Then once you get the bike into the rack, it's as simple as walking up to the green line and sitting down on the chairlift. And if you've been skiing or snowboarding before, this will be second nature. But if it's your first time, don't worry. It's a nice little journey. You get to go up the mountain, you see the view. It's great. Next, we're going to talk about the trail ratings. Now, if you've already done some pedal access biking, you're probably already familiar with most of these trail ratings. Green circle being the easiest, blue square being intermediate, black diamond being advanced, and double black diamond being expert only, and the red triangle being pro line. Now, the major difference at a bike park is you'll see some trails have this orange kind of rectangle around the trail difficulty. And what the orange rectangle means is that the trail is a free ride trail, meaning you can expect machine built jumps, machine built berms, and more of a flowing kind of trail, more meant for high speeds and jumping. Vice versa, all the trails that lack this orange rectangle are going to be considered more technical trails, maybe a bit slower, more rooty, more natural. And that's going to be one of the biggest trail marking differences between pedal access riding and bike park riding, because pedal access just does not use this orange rectangle. Just a quick PSA, this all should probably go without saying, but respecting the bike park is very important. If you're gonna bring in food, make sure you pack out the trash, and if you're someone who just loves locking up their back brake and sliding through corners, maybe try to keep that to a minimum at the bike park. A lot of work goes into maintaining these trails, and if you're just sliding and ruining them, you're kind of just ruining it for everyone else, so maybe just try to keep that to a minimum. Now back to the trail progression matrix. If we look here at the Whistler Bike Park trail map, we can see Easy Does It is the easiest green free ride flow trail. Next after that will be Crabapple Turns, and then Golden Triangle. So in theory, everyone above the last trail is going to be slightly harder. So you can pick the easiest trail of the kind of ability you're at, whether that's green, blue, black, and you can kind of work your way up from there, knowing that the next trail you do will be slightly harder. This is going to be the easiest way to avoid getting yourself over your head and going down a trail you're not quite ready for. So pay attention to the matrix. A lot of times at bike parks, you'll come across these things called braking bumps, where sections of the trail become very bumpy and very rough just because of people braking in the same area. But it's usually a pretty minor concern, and it shouldn't interfere with your riding too much, just something to look out for. And just another thing that kind of goes with the braking bumps is the arm pump and hand fatigue that you will experience. Because your body's not used to riding so much, expect arm pump and quite a bit of hand fatigue. Especially at the end of the day, you'll notice the hands get kind of locked to the handlebars. But the upside to this is that it'll make you in way better shape for your pedal access riding, as well as the more bike park riding you do, the better shape your body becomes and the less pain you'll have. Now the last thing we're going to talk about is the order you should be hitting these trails at. Now there's signs kind of plastered all over the bike park talking about this, but I'll just quickly summarize it. You're going to want to pre-ride the trail, re-ride the trail, and then free-ride the trail. Especially at a bike park where you're generally going to be riding a lot faster, you don't want to be hitting anything blind. So by simply just following this little technique of pre-ride, re-ride, then going on for the free ride, should help you minimize any crashes or injuries. To summarize, if you're a mountain biker, the bike park is one of the most fun places on earth, and it really shouldn't be anything to be afraid of. So go get your friends and head to your local bike park and have an absolute blast. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, send it to someone else who should see it, and comment what you thought. And I'm out. Peace.